Hello, it's Saturday afternoon, evening-ish, I don't know what time is it even, and I'm making a vegan mac and cheese, which is only 3 ingredients, kind of, yeah, 3-ish. It doesn't take time or effort, which is very nice. And so in order to make this vegan mac and cheese, all you need is these little ingredients. No, not little, they're simple, not little, anyway. So we have macaroni, which is my favorite, kind of long-ish, tiny ones. Some single soya cream, and this dairy-free cheese flavoring sauce mix, which I got from Holland & Barrett. You can also find it in like Morrison's. I don't know about other stores, but these are the stores I found it in. Salt and pepper, and a pan. Forgot to mention we need water and a saucepan because you need water to cook this thing in. Here's my piggy whisker. And then you take that to the stove until it starts bubbling up, and that's when you add the single soya cream. So today was a pretty chill day, just a Saturday, chilled all morning, all afternoon, and almost all evening. No, but chill. I have so much work to do for my project, which I think I'm gonna start doing after I have my nice feast of mac and cheese. Cause the thing is with me, I don't start working during the day. I just can't. For my brain to start functioning properly, I'm almost like a bat or an owl. I just have to do all my work at night. Like after 12 a.m, believe it or not, my brain starts like sparking up. All my ideas, all my creativity just comes flowing out, oozing out. Okay, that sounds nasty, but it's Halloween after all. We gotta get some gore in it. My hand's getting pretty tired from holding this thing. I don't know how other vloggers do this. You can see the sauce is starting to bubble up, so I gotta lower the heat and add the soya cream. Okay, is it just me or everything tastes much better in a wooden bowl? Like I put everything and anything in this bowl right now. I've been obsessed with it. So I forgot to add this also, which is vegan butter, which is gonna add to the element of creaminess, I hope. Actually, this is my first time putting butter in it. Last 2 times I just added the soya cream and the sauce mix, and now I was thinking why not add butter, because everything tastes good with butter. Now just adding some pepper, and I already added the salt. So now it's all done. What I like to do is add some sriracha to my mac and cheese, because hello, it's sriracha and it makes everything taste much better. Okay, so it's so good. It's so nice and creamy. She wants to share with me, and don't ask why I'm eating at a coffee table, because that's the kind of person who I am. Okay, so now I'm working on some 3D models for my project, which are kind of like sketch models, draft models. They're not the final thing because I'm using these to help me figure out my design. So I'm going to be sharing my simple techniques of making a foam board model. Stay tuned. Okay, so what I like to do is first of all to give the floor plan in scale to whatever scale I'm working. Now I'm working on 1 to 100 because it's just like a sketch model, just to figure out where everything should go and whatever. And then I like mask tape it and then get a pin, like a very very thin pin, and just mark out the corners like this one, and there. All the little points where the walls and openings meet. So when I remove the plan later and then cut out the foam pieces, I know where to stick them right away. So that's, after experimenting, I found that that's the kind of fastest, most efficient way of making like a draft model. Of course, if you're working on like a presentation final model, you want to make that super accurate and like super neat. But for something just a quick like that should do, you know. So you can see here is one of my finished ones. Just simple, white, tiny, just to figure out the spaces and how everything looks, kind of realizing the idea before implementing your design. How I like to work with some friends in the background and all my mess. Of course, when you're working on like model making, you want to be comfortable in the space, so that's why I chose the dining table. It's the biggest table we have, and I just spread out my cutting mats and crap all over. Okay, so 1 hour later, finished one model. Now gotta get some coffee in the system because it's around 8 p.m. and I got one more model to do, and I've got a portfolio to work on. So I feel extremely bad because I totally lost track of time. I thought it was 8 p.m. but it's 9:30 and I forgot to feed my dog, and it took me more than an hour to make one model, which is a disappointment. Okay, great news. I just sliced my finger open and it hurts like a bit. It hurts so much. I mean, I've been making models for like 2 years and I've never ever cut myself, not even slightly. Because I've never used this kind of foam board, which I just started right now. It is a very, very hard kind of mount board. It's quite malleable, bendable. I don't know what is it. It's very like flexible, so it's not the normal kind of foam board where you can't do anything to it. And it's very hard to cut. So I don't really recommend this, but I bought this shit for like £6 and I'm not gonna throw that in the bin. Okay, so as you can see, I've finished my model, which is like 3 floors: basement, ground, and first floor. So, for example, what you can do with these models, because they're light material, quite affordable, so you can always experiment with them. For example, I removed this wall, and I mean, I just glued it with some PVA, excuse me, and it's quite easy to remove with just a scalpel. Ideally you want to pin it, but for me I can't really wrap my head around pins into the design. I can't just imagine it, so I glue everything very, very lightly, and then you can just tick 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 remove everything. Okay, so right now I'm just photographing the models. As you can see, my very simple setup, just a white background. Ideally you would want something to contrast against the white, but I don't have any other paper. Like a light gray would be very good for such a model. But yeah, working with what I have, with my little light. Sunday afternoon, taking Tuta for a walk. It's quite a rainy, windy kind of day, but the sun came out a little bit, so we took the chance and we ran out of the house.